Thank you, everyone.
One-way trip, see?
We have just left Daintree Beach Resort. What to think of these places. And we are just going back into the Daintree location, and we're just going to do a boat cruise up the Daintree River. It's only about an hour or so. Should be interesting to see what we see, crocodiles, birds, whatever. And then after that we then sort of make our way to Cairns. So short day, not too many activities today. Well, at least that's the plan at this point in time. Definitely nice to see a bit of sunshine. We haven't had a lot of sunshine over here in Queensland. It's usually been overcast for most of the days that we've been here, so getting a little bit of sunshine, being able to dry out, has been good. So
it's nice, yeah. Missing the sunshine. It's strange when you're used to just waking up every day and there's blue skies and very little rain, to having days where it's totally the opposite.
That's a tree snake. Common tree snake. Hanging off the motor there.
Ah, looks like you.
But it is still tidal this far upriver. It gets a little bit shallow, but the average depth in the channel is only around 2 to 3 metres. Now can hold their breath for underwater, so decide to submerge. Crocs have got a special chambered heart that allows them to slow their heart rate down. They can slow their heart rate to just a few beats per minute. Where the croc's nest is up on the banks, so the females lay eggs, they will lay up to 50 to 75 eggs in a nest. The temperature of the nest is what determines the gender of the crocodile. So depending where the eggs are in the nest with a different temperature, will give you male or female.
during the cyclone Jasper, the river levels were 15 metres higher than what it is at the moment. Huge amount of rain came through, and apparently the Daintree River was 3 kilometres wide, not 100 metres as it is today.
fat belly on it too this morning, Dusty. They are very active at night. That's when they do most of their fishing and everything is at night. They're in the water all night.
Oh, better.
Might have got a good feed of barramundi last night.
Got a good feed of something.
Wondering.
Just enjoying.
This is a mangrove island here on our right hand side. So every tree, you know, everything you see growing here is pretty much a mangrove, one type to another. There is 69 different species of mangrove in the world. We've got 37 of them that grow here. So there's nowhere else in the world there is this many different species of mangrove anywhere. There's a couple of big bull sharks there, you know, they're as long as my boat, you know, they're 4.5 metres.
Okay. They can up the field, you know?
Yeah, we've seen them in the river, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen a little bull shark. I haven't seen any big ones in the river, but because it's a very shallow river. But I've seen a little bull shark about 20 kilometres in up in the fresh water the other day.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, they were playing around in the shallow he was. So they're definitely here. If the crocs don't get to the bull shark, probably will. Just give you a little bit of an idea how mangroves sort of work. We've got the whole three of them here nice and easy to see. So the first one, first root system, is what they call pneumatophores. That is all them spiky ones you see poking up out of the mud everywhere. What they are is an air root or a snorkel root. So the white mangrove group, they all throw that particular root system up and suck in the oxygen, you know, as the tides go down. Then you've got what they call the stilt root mangroves. So they're pretty self-explanatory. The ones here with the big high roots coming down like a big set of stilts into the water. That's from the red mangrove group. All the red mangroves have those particular roots. And then the black
are completely disconnected from the river.
yeah. So them spikes are a root system from the white mangrove trees, and then these ones, the stilt roots, are from what they call the classes, the red mangrove. Then you've got the black mangrove trees, so they're called the buttress root mangrove. So like this big silver one, if you look in a bit further, ones with the big flary buttress root on the bottom. Yeah, this big silver tree at the back of the boat is a buttress root.
Yeah.
Now what the buttress root mangroves do, they pull up the salt water and they desalinate it and they disperse all the salt out of the trunk of the tree, and it sort of usually happens right about where they first branch out up the top. So that the sap of the tree, it collects all the salt and it forces it out, and they get a bit of a black lump of sap and salt mixed on the outside of the tree, and eventually that lump will just fall off onto the ground. But they store all their desalinated water in those buttress roots at the bottom. So it is one of the trees, if we were to drill a hole into that root system right now, or chop into it, that would be full of desalinated fresh water. That is where they store it. We should be able to stick a straw in that tree. These stilt root mangroves, this one here with the high roots, they desalinate as well, but they do it a bit different. If you look up through the trees, you'll just always see a couple of scattered yellow leaves. They're the sacrificial leaves, they call them, so they pump all the salt to those few leaves only. Eventually them yellow leaves die too, and they fall off, and then they pick another set of leaves, and away they go. So out of all the 69 different species of mangrove in the world, they're going to have one of them 3 different root systems. That's how they survive in the mud and the salt. Yeah, one other little thing about our mangrove trees, a lot of people don't know. Every mangrove tree in the world, they do take on 4 to 5 times more carbon than any other tree or anything on the planet. So they are very, very good at what they do, the mangrove. They hold our coastline together too, of course, you know, but, and they're what we call a reef protector up here. They're a big filter. They stop the mud and the silt and everything from going and flocking out there on our next ledge, which here is the Great Barrier Reef. So they're a great filter system as well. You can see this one's a bit smaller. It's the same age as that other one, but this would be a female. the males always drive the fastest rate.
I just said to Sharon, I think there must be crocodiles moving around here because you can see the tracks.
So this morning we have spent good money. No, I don't know.
Actually, wasn't very much at all. It was
We did do 2 river cruises, one at the Daintree village and the other one at the ferry crossing. 2 different experiences. First one at the village was more freshwater tour on the boat. This one was saltwater and more salty brackish water. Only 4 kilometres up the Daintree from the river mouth. Saw crocs at both, saw snakes at both.
Yeah, one was more mangroves, so this end near the ferry was more mangroves. The other end was a bit more rainforesty.
And cost was
I think it was just short of $80 for the 2
people,
of us.
for
to
the
do
two, to do
yeah.
both.
So I say $20.
Which
a
weren't too bad.
It's good, and they're an
For
hour
that.
long.
Yep, an hour each.
Yeah.
And the boats were decent size as well, so had plenty of space to move on both of them if you needed to. Leaving this area now, and we are heading towards Cairns. We're looking at probably a couple of hours before we get there. Yeah, so it was a nice relaxing day today.
It was.
Not
And
too rushed.
lovely weather as well.
Yes, the sunshine helps it all, definitely. Lots of roadworks in Queensland. Lots of traffic management,
Not much road work.
but not much activity apart from somebody clicking a button and the lights changing. We've travelled for about half an hour today and seen about 5 minutes of roadworks and nothing. Lots of barricades. Don't know, maybe it's just me. One guy was actually playing his guitar before, so must be interesting. How are you going, Sharon?
Alright.
Driving in Cairns.
Yep.
White knuckles.
I did when I was going around the side of the coast. That gave me a bit of a slipping on for dear life.
She gets nervous when she gets around the edge of things. Relief on Sharon's
Yeah.
forehead. She's finally got here. You're right. So this is our setup at our residence in Cairns for, I think it's 6 nights, something like that. The car's done alright. The van definitely needs a wash. Hopefully that might happen in the course of the next few days. Bucket and cloth job. Awning's out, as you can see. Sharon is hoping to cook some sausages, and we got the tarp mat out as well to stop sand and grit coming in. The place is lovely looking, but the site that we have, which is spacious, doesn't have a lot of lawn where the mat is, so it's pretty much sand or it's just dead grass. So the mat's out for that reason. And it must be 1 o'clock for Sharon. She's going to join our neighbours and put the rubbish out, which is exactly what I was going to do. Off she toddles. Thousands of fruit bats can be seen flying overhead, leaving their caves and trees in search of food.